Hey guys, and welcome to Banished, which is a medieval era city building game where you have to not just survive but thrive in the harsh conditions with very limited resources. This is one of the better city building games I've ever played, and it's really a lot of fun, especially once you've got your town going in a really positive direction. Anyway, as you can see here, we've got little families running about with some cows. I've set it on easy to begin with because it's been a while since I've played this game and just wanted to get a feel for it again. So, let's have a little look about. Don't start with much, but this is the most you're going to get at the start. This is the easy start. So we've got a nice amount of coats, tools and food already in storage. That's perfect. That should see us through comfortably through the winter and onwards. We also have a stockpile here which has got plenty of firewood, iron, logs and stone, which we can use to make paths, make buildings, food gathering facilities, all that sort of thing. Really useful. I mean, again, we have a lot because it's the easy version, but I'm not one to complain about this, not at all. That should see us nicely. The first thing then that I might do is just add a second storage pile, simply because that's, as you can see, already 93% full. So if we just add another one, and this is how we do it. We just add one more, then all the resources that we gather, you know, you can see around here, the stones, there's lumps of iron, which I think is that, and all these trees. If we cut them down, gather the resources, they'll all pile up very nicely. We also, excuse me, we want to put down straight away, we want to put a well, because if there is a fire, all these houses here you can see on the screen, they're made of wood, they will burn down very quickly, not favourable for anybody. This well, which will be built in due time, as you can see the foundations for it, will allow us just to put out any fires, stopping all the trouble, and that's perfect. I want to lay down quickly some paths, if I can find out how to do that, just because with paths they move around a lot faster, so it's much more time efficient, something that I recommend you do at the start of this game. Just lay down your paths all the way around to your different areas, and you'll find that things can be done quicker this way. Yeah, so it also allows you to very nicely set about the general idea of how you want to lay out your town. Give you I've explained it. Get a good layout of your town set down before you've built everything around it. So that's good, that's what we want to do. There, okay. Food is very important in this game, probably the most important thing, as you can imagine. So what we're gonna want to do here is a fishing dock. Yeah, we want to set that up. You can see the nice big river along here. It flows from pretty much the edge of the map on each side, which is great. So let's get that ready to be built about there. That's great, that's perfect. This will allow us to increase our food intake and make sure none of our workers go hungry. And we can just add a path down. I'm going to leave it like that for now and join it up later, because I have a feeling I may add, which I'm going to do in a second actually, a paddock sort of thing for my cows, and have a farmer, or I can't remember the name of what they're called, someone who looks after the cows will be working in the field here, and I don't want to put the path down and have it go through that. So there we go, 12 by 12 is perfect, and obviously once I click on pause, everyone will go and do their jobs. Currently none are assigned, they'll all be just gathering / building. What I might do is just allocate a couple of builders now, so things get built quicker. As you can see here, we have full control over how many people do what, and these are all the available jobs in the game Right now, obviously you unlock them as you build them. So for example, I can't have any brewers right now. Even if I set one, there's no brewery. Waste of time, no point. But what we can do here is we can add a couple of builders. It's a little annoying here because my mouse isn't quite calibrated for some reason. A little bit tricky, but there we go. We'll have 3 builders for now. We'll do that. So everything gets done nice and quickly, and the rest of the people will just be gathering the resources up, like the trees and the rocks and iron. So what we're gonna do, we'll gather everything from this section there. And there as well, I think. And then here, around in this area, we're going to have sort of the foresters, the hunters, the herbalists, all of that. That's going to be great. And we're going to set that up, and that will give us the resources to maintain our village, which is, yeah, it's essential. So what we want to do here, just collect up all these rocks, all these stones. Might take a while, but something that's got to be done. We also want the iron as well, which you might as well collect all that's on the available surface to you. Because once there's none left, you have to think about getting a mine system, a quarry, that sort of thing, and that's not really ideal for a town with 6 people or whatever, or 6 adults, 6 families. That's when you've got around about 100 people, I would say, is the best time to be going about doing that. Okay. Okay, no, I don't need to quit. Okay, so they should all go and do those jobs now. What we need to do next is put down a woodcutter's hut, and I'm going to put it here and just have them plant trees. We don't need them to do anything else because I can remove the wood manually for now, which is what I'm going to go ahead and do. We can find it, a forester's lodge. We will build that fairly close, I think. Okay, so if we build that there, that would be great. And we also, I like to have a hunter's shack next to it, a hunter's cabin. And, you know, just set up some nice little areas for the workers to be in. And over in this section, it's already heavily condensed with trees. We want to be laying down not an orchard. Gatherer's hut. That's what we want. We want a gatherer's hut here that will get much more efficient once the rocks and iron has all been removed. So that's something to bear in mind. Place that down here, along with the herbalist. Yes, this is what we're gonna do. Bam, there we go. Okay, now we can play times 10. Everyone's gonna go off doing their job. Shouldn't be cold. You've got enough firewood to begin with. Look how quickly these resources have gone down. My goodness me. Okay. Obviously these all stock up again once everyone's gone through and done their jobs, like collecting all the stones and the iron. These trees here are going to be cut down just for that bit extra wood. That reminds me, we need a woodcutter, obviously to make firewood. So we shall have that there. That's great. Once that has been built, we can really stock up on our firewood, which is not so important throughout the whole game, but during the winter it is essential. It will make sure that your villagers don't die of cold, of being cold. Now, here we go. We can select type cattle. Now we need to select a worker to be there. So let's set that up. We only need one. Herdsman. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's it. That's all we need him to do right now. So that's finished. And the fishing dock. We'll reduce the food limit if I can. It's annoying without being calibrated. Okay, here we go. Set that to 3,000. That's fine. And now we need to set up the workers for that. So I think 2 fishermen will be good for now. We can do that. 1, 2. There we go. Excelente. Right, where did I set up the rest of my buildings? Okay, here. None of those have been built yet. That's fine. They will get done in time. So you can see now the paths, the well has been made, the woodcutter's hut has been made. We can add one worker onto there. Fuel limit 200 is fine. I mean, we already had, I think, 100 to begin with. Maybe not, that's already gone. But well, it's capped at 200, so that means once there's 200 firewood in storage, he will stop working there and become like a general labourer, which is what we need. Those are the people that cut down the trees, they gather the rocks, the iron, and really you want to have a couple of them around just so that your village ticks over quite smoothly. So now that this pasture is in place, we can carry on with our path system. Just have that going all the way around, I think is the best thing to do. I mean, you want to have a nice mix of sort of food sources, which is exactly what I'm going for here. And this just means, as you can see up here, their average health and happiness, I believe the stars are, will just stay at a nice high level. If you just have a couple of things, like just potatoes for example, that's not great. That will lead to lower happiness throughout your town. Not what you're going for really. Has anyone made progress on this? No, but you can see someone running over here, placing down some resources for it. What's already there? Okay, all the logs are there. None of the stone and none of the building work can be done until all the stone's there. Once that is done though, the Forester's Lodge will be built up, which is great. Have we got any updates on our buildings here? You can see a lot of stone's been placed down there. Not really a lot has been done. I'm assuming this stone will register once all the trees have been removed, and I would like someone to get on that really. Maybe I should assign a couple more builders if I haven't already done that. Okay, so we'll set up 5. We'll set 5 builders, that's fine. Okay, as you can see here, it's reached its limit. It's capped, so we have 200 firewood, which is great. This means now the woodcutter is just going to be working as a general labour, collecting the rocks, minerals, all sorts of things. Perfectly happy with that. Okay, so we're keeping about 7 cows here at the moment. That's fine. This means once we go over that, they will be, well, made ready for food purposes, which is fine by me. Another food source. Good things are happening. Oh, everything's going really nicely. As you can see here, the building is being done as we speak. And once it is complete, I can then add a forester to the lodge. And I will set it purely so that they're planting trees in this location. So we'll turn off cut. We just want them to plant. And then this forest, well, it's quite empty now. It will become really condensed with trees, just absolutely packed. That is what we want. So we'll add, let me add 2. We'll add 2. That's fine. Just check how many labourers we have. Yeah, 11. So we got plenty. Oh, food apparently is an issue right now. Well, we do have food coming in all the time, so we should be okay. These guys should be getting their food in soon. Yeah, we are having a bit of problems with food right now. Okay, so we want to have a couple of these people here working the Gatherer's Hut. Gatherer's Hut is a really good source of food. One of the better ones I've found. Oh, there we go, we're out of winter now. Ah, and we're into the 2nd year. So I guess we've survived the 1st year. And I'm afraid that's where I'm going to have to end it. So if you did like this episode, please leave a like and any comments to give me feedback on how I can improve. and obviously please subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks very much.